What is going on today, everyone? Coach Patrick here. You're going to do great. Welcome to episode 19. Nice. Yes. Happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, August 5th. Yeah, I had to double check the date. All right. Before we begin, if you're new to the show, I like to start off with a 10-second little posture check time. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. We're also going to go over what is going on the weather. Well, my side of it anyway. All right. 10 seconds. Here we go. Chest up, shoulder blades up to your ears. Roll the shoulder blades down. Pinch it back. Get that chin tucked back. Chest up. Let's hold that 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Or you can stay there. I'm just saying, good little posture check time. And then with today's weather is, yeah, it's a lot cooler than what it has been. A little bit on the humidity side. Some people think it is. We got some spotty showers, which has been fantastic for the garden. And yeah, about lower 80s, upper 70s for the highs. That's my thoughts on it. And bada boom. All right, going back to the episode, episode 19. I'm going to go over 5 calorie deficit mistakes that I've been seeing a common trend in the last handful of years. Okay, more like 12 plus years. It's very common for people to do right out of the gates. And also, too, I'm going to have a little bonus one towards the end. All right, stay with me. Remember, I'm going to go over 5. I'm going to make today's episode super short, super quick. Let's go and get into it. Calorie deficit mistake number 1, right out of the gate. People tend to cut the calories way too low, right out of the gate. Way too low. I've seen it over and over again. Let's say someone weighs 200 pounds. Boom, they go straight into 1,600 to 1,800 calories. Yeah, you're going to lose weight. But also, too, it becomes unsustainable. And when you stop, backfire happens. Do not go super low. It's supposed to be a slight calorie deficit. Slight. It's going to keep your energies levels going on. It's going to be more sustainable for the long term. And guess what? You could still eat and drink foods and beverages of your choice with calories in it throughout the week and weekend. You won't feel so super locked in. All right, when it comes to that crazy deficit, the deficit is supposed to be small. Therefore, this process of fat loss, which I do help desk workers lose fat, and or weight loss, the process of it is supposed to be a gradual, not a fast result thing. All right, weave in and out of the food patterns, the food noises. Implement it when you can during your day-to-day life. Face it, it's going to be fun. Remember, small deficit, small incremental deficit here. All right, thing number 2 is I notice that people keep chasing that big result. Now, all these points I'm going to make here, all these topics, they kind of intertwine with each other. I get it. I got to sneeze. Volume down, volume down. Maybe not. Yeah, all right, there it was. Okay, volume back up. All right, moving forward. Topic number 2, you keep chasing, well, not you, or maybe you, I don't know. Keep chasing the big result. For an example, you want to lose 50 pounds of fat, want to lose 50 pounds or whatnot. You go on a calorie deficit for 4 weeks. You're like, this sucks. I tried everything, so I'm just going to stop. Well, newsflash, you're not going to lose 50 pounds in 4 weeks. That's just, you're just not. Now, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. It is awesome to have that bigger picture in mind. However, start chasing the smaller results, the smaller inputs. For an example, if you want to lose 50, totally cool. Chase 5 pounds at a time, maybe 2 pounds at a time. Chase the protein intake. Chase the weight training. Chase your steps. Chase, hey, did I log my food? Chase those inputs. And the smaller progress will help with a lot of the bigger progress. So focus on the smaller picture, not just the bigger one. All right, Number 3, not celebrating your small milestone wins. So, kind of going back to number 2, it's one of those things that if you lost 5 pounds, celebrate that. That is awesome. If you lost one belt buckle notch down, that is awesome. Celebrate that. You food prep for 2 weeks in a row, celebrate that. Give yourself a little high five, air high five, because these are small incremental habits are going to have a huge success rate on your results. Therefore, when you have a social setting where the friends, family, or the weekends hit, which we're going to talk about the weekends, you're still at that eyes on the prize and still working on those small habits. Reminder, celebrate your milestone wins. That's number 3. All right, number 4. Number 4. Little backstory before I get into this. I don't believe in cheat meals. And I tell people that's a good idea. Do not go with, quote, cheat meals. All right. Number 4, do not ignore your weekends. Budget the weekends in. So a good method to do is be super focused Monday through Friday, and you can be a little lax on Saturday and Sunday. So therefore, your average calorie intake, so 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, will be at that deficit still. All right. I know the weekends can be a little dicey, a little hairy, with a social gatherings, the food noise, the smells can be everywhere. Still enjoy the weekends. However, make the week count even more, and you can relax a little bit on the weekends. So with that being said, you can still progress with your fat loss goals. Do not ignore the weekends. Build them in. Build it in. And yes, the result's going to be slower. However, it's going to be more sustainable. And quote unquote, you can enjoy life a little bit more. Number 5, track your calories coming in. Don't guess. I want to make this really clear too. I feel like if you use one of them scanner things about if you're scanning calories, that's guessing. That is guessing. Sure, there's some accuracy, but there's a huge percent on guessing with the whole scan thing. Yes, you might need to look at a nutrition label. Yes, you might need to get a measuring cup out. Therefore, you see how much is going on. Would you guess if you don't know how to make chocolate chip cookies? Would you? No, you wouldn't. You would follow a recipe. All right. If you don't have the correct ratios of your flour, sugar, baking soda, butter, A, it's not going to taste right. B, it's not going to rise right, and the texture is going to be off. You're going to follow a recipe. So follow your recipe. It's going to require thinking. It's going to require work. And then it just is. It just is. So kind of brings me to this next one, the bonus one. Bonus number 6 is I see people have this ongoing calorie deficit. Ongoing. In other words, there's no start date, end date. Pick a duration, 8, 10, 12 weeks long. I personally like the 8-week long period because let's be real, 8 weeks is not that long. Either is 10, either is 12 weeks. Pick a start and end date for 8 weeks, 10 or 12. Then from there, you can take a little break, little maintenance break, maybe do like a little refeed type thing, and then go back into another cycle, 8, 10, 12 weeks. Or maybe, your break can be 2 weeks long, 12 weeks long, so forth. But where I'm getting at is pick a duration, a start date and an end date, 8, 10, or 12 weeks, not the ongoing calorie deficit. Okay. I see that happening more and more these days. I got, staying in that calorie deficit. When you reduce calories for long periods of time, or even some sort of duration time, you're going to get tired. The sleep's going to become a wreck. You won't be as productive with your workouts. Or shoot, even at work. All right. So stay locked in 8, 10, or 12 weeks. Then from there, do a refeed or maintenance thing. Little bonus tip. Hey, you're going to do great. Thanks for listening. I hope this helped apply one of these points to your systems in place. Maybe a few, maybe all of them. That's going to be up to you. Like, share, subscribe. You're going to do great. Have an awesome weekend.